Hello everybody, it is I, Tony, aka TTBurger. Welcome back to another episode of TTBurger Game Reviews, and Doctor Morbis, I can't believe you still have your weird game requests for me to review, and I end up getting suckered into reviewing these shitty games and stuff. And thankfully this time it's not a Barbie review or a Mary Kate and Ashley review here that's going to be happening today. Today, before I get started here, I'm going to ask you all a question. How many of you have heard of or at least been to the restaurant Hooters? Come on, raise those hands high. You know, come on, I'm sure a lot of you have been there. And I myself have been there, and my honest, my honest thoughts on Hooters is that I'm not a fan of it. Most of their food tastes like cardboard, and it's expensive and stuff, and I'm just not a fan of that restaurant. And geez, the last time I was there was like about 2 years ago or so, almost 2 years ago. So yeah, shows how much I like that place. Yeah, and because of the popularity of this restaurant, the advertisements and marketing brought us to a video game here, to a very crappy video game based on Hooters. And the game we're looking at is Hooters Road Trip by Ubisoft on the PlayStation and PC. And of course, I'm looking at the PlayStation version because I know PC game. And let's get started, because we're in for a real treat here. This game is shit. Now, as you get started here, we're treated with this Hooters Presents cutscene where you see the Hooters, see shots of the Hooters waitresses and stuff just smiling into the camera, and it shows a map in Hooters Road Trip. And that's basically what you see. And this game pretty much has no story at all. You're basically you're on a road trip to get the Hooters, and that's it. And I forgot to mention this game was released in 2002, around the time the PlayStation 2 was already out. So playing this game was pretty much not even worth it to begin. And yeah. And tacky yet unrefined, the Hooters Road Trip, and that's pretty much it before we get into the game. When you start the game here, you pick from one of 3 cars, and I'm just gonna pick the Hawk car as of right now. You will unlock more cars by winning the race and stuff. And then when you get started here, the game's graphics here look like shit. This is the best they can do for a PlayStation 1 game? I mean, games like Ridge Racer came out around the launch date of the PlayStation 1, and that game looks 10 times better. And look at this, bland linear backgrounds, shitty blocky car models that don't even resemble cars at all. They just look like freaking cubes and stuff and rectangles and stuff mushed together to make a car. The cars don't even get damaged at all when you crash, so that would have been nice, but no, that's basically it, except for the cutscenes and stuff that like the only good thing I can say about the graphics is the little live action scenes where it has the Hooters which says saying welcome to Jacksonville or stuff like that. And yeah, getting in there, well, I'll talk about that in a little bit, but as you can see here in the gameplay here, it's like, holy cow, this looks awful. I mean, like, I'm literally trying to stay. You're probably thinking, oh, you suck. You can't steer straight. You're sucking and you can't steer straight. Believe me, I am trying to steer straight here, but I can't because like the controls are so jerky. Like the cars don't want to stay straight. Every time you turn, it's like the car like almost slides out of control every time. And your opponent AI is so stupid. This is on the medium difficulty here, and I'm already in first place, and I cannot get out of first place. I'm and I'm hitting things too because I can't steer straight, and I'm still winning this race. And if you finish in the qualifying position, you get a bonus car. You get a new car. But if you finish first place overall, you get a new car. You get 2 cars and stuff, 1 bonus car and stuff. And every time you win a race, you hear a Hooters waitress say, "Greetings, welcome to this place." And these waitresses who say their one-liners cannot act for shit. They're just staring into the camera, smiling, and you know they cannot act at all. And you know that they were too cheap to hire actual actresses or actors and stuff to tell you. So most sex sells, so we'll just put these actresses, they'll get their paycheck at the end of the day.
Hey there, welcome to Jacksonville. Hi y'all, welcome to Georgia. How you doing, sugar?
And the road trip race is very weird in its own way, because when you do a race, like after you beat 3 races and stuff like that for like certain races, like certain rounds and stuff, like certain road trips, you're done, and then you go all the way back to like Florida, then go to Jacksonville and stuff, and just keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again. And like your only award that you get for this is a cutscene of a Hooters waitress just staring at the camera, smiling and saying their one-liner, and a new car, and that's basically it. The game just like it's one of those never-ending games that keeps going on and on and on. It's basically like you got on one hand you got this game that has like Hooters girls in it for people who are fans of Hooters, and another fan it's a really shitty racing game that's really a mess and stuff. And I didn't even talk about the sound yet. I know I kind of jumped around there, but I didn't talk about the sound yet. For the sound is probably the best part of it, aside for those boring actresses who can't act for shit. But the music is actually pretty good. I mean, sure, there's no licensed tracks on the games like that, which is kind of good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to show any of the music and stuff. But the music, I mean, a lot of people didn't really like the music in this game, but I kind of like the music. It sure may sound like kind of like generic rock tunes, but the music is actually pretty good. It's like, I don't know, like 15 tracks to choose from and stuff, and they're on random. So my only complaint is I could probably hear the same track over and over, but yeah, but the music is pretty good. The only problem, it's in this game. It could have been used in other better racing games. And yeah, as you can see here, yeah, we're doing another race and just racing to get to the end. And yeah, as you can see, I'm crashing all over the place because I cannot stay straight because the car will not stay straight. Hell, I should mention that the unlockable cars you get are even worse. I mean, there was this one car I got which turned way too much, and I could not steer straight at all, and I ended up finishing second overall in the race because of it. But then again, the qualifying position for most of these races is 5th place or 4th place. You can easily get past the qualifying position without even looking at the screen. You can you can even do it standing up, or playing it with your feet, or playing it while lying on your back, or with your back facing away, or with your back facing the screen. And yeah, this looks so much fun, doesn't it? This looks so much fun. And I cannot not believe I was present to review this piece of shit. I mean, sure, it's nowhere near as bad as the Barbie games or the Mary Kate and Ashley games, but still, if you can say that this is probably the worst racing game of all time. And I've played a lot of shitty racing games and stuff, but this one really takes the cake. I mean, who's gonna want to play this game? I mean, even people who are fans of the restaurant Hooters are not even gonna wanna play this game, because you got like I said, you got the shitty racing game masked with Hooters paint on it, all for the marketing, and that's basically it. And really though, it's like, this is just not fun, and it's so dumb that you have to keep going to the same levels over and over again. They just add a new one each time for the most part, and then that's just lame. I mean, they could have. I mean, even this is on the medium difficulty setting, like I said, and I am just beating them non-stop. I mean, the only good thing I can say about it is the music, and the FMV scenes have a good frame rate, which I didn't mention. But besides that, though, there's nothing else. There's nothing in this game at all. This game is just a total joke, and it's a joke It's a joke of a PlayStation 1 game. It's a joke of a PC game, and I didn't even play the PC game, the PC version, so I don't know what that one's like. But compared to the PlayStation version, clunky. And I've had to mention the controls. Like I said, how the controls are very clunky as well. It's one reason why I can't steer straight. But the cars just, yeah, the turning is definitely the worst part. And I don't have anything else to say except for now it's time for my final rating here. Hooters Road Trip is a game that should be avoided at all costs. This is an insult to people who enjoy racing games. This is an insult to people who are fans of the restaurant Hooters and stuff. I mean, if you want something with with the restaurant Hooters, just go to the restaurant or so. Because even though I don't like it, I don't like the restaurant and stuff or the game, you're better off have more fun at the restaurant itself. I'm gonna be giving this game a 1.5 out of 10 because because of the music and because of the FMV scenes and stuff like that and such, and that's basically it. So this is, and Doctor Morbis, hope you got your wish, because I am not gonna because you're lucky I'm not gonna throw this game in the lake. I'm gonna actually keep it in my collection, because this game is actually worthy of keeping in your collections, aside from the Barbie and American Ash games. So consider yourself spared, Hooters Road Trip. Consider yourself spared. That's pretty much all I gotta say. This is Tony, aka TTBurger 8. Peace out and have a great day. And don't play this game. It sucks.